What's up, guys? It's Noah here from the Digi Bros. In today's video, we're going to be taking an in-depth look and discussion at the new 2022 Forbidden and Limited list for the Digimon card game. If you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below if this list was warranted, if some of the cards on here were needed to be banned, limited, if there were some other cards that you wanted to see get touched upon. Once again, let us know in the comments down below. That being said, we're going to hop right on into today's video. So we did get this announcement this morning. This isn't like a blind look through. I've definitely seen this list between Discords, being tagged in like the Facebook post, and have people messaging me talking about the new list. So we just want to go over here to their official website, the Digimon card game website. So up top it says main restricted card announcements on January 14, 2022, which is today's date. In the Digimon card game, your deck can include up to 4 copies of a card with the same card number in official tournaments. However, some cards are banned or restricted, limiting the number of copies you can play. Banned cards can't be included in decks. Restricted cards, 1. You can only include number of copies equal to the number listed in parentheses. So that note right there is interesting, because we've only seen limited cards where they're at 1, opposed to being semi-limited, like within Yu-Gi-Oh, where they have a semi-limited list as well, where you can include 2 copies, place it in Yu-Gi-Oh's 3. But this one says you can only include number of copies equal to the numbers listed in the parentheses. On this it says restricted cards 1. So maybe in the future we might see some cards that are reduced to 2 or 3 copies per deck, opposed to the playset of 4. Note, banned or restricted cards listed here may be removed from the list depending on the current competitive environment. Based on the competitive environment, the following cards will be added to the banned and restricted list. So we got the full list right here. So effective on February 25th, 2020, banned cards can't be included in decks. Is going to be our first banned card within the Digimon card game. It's going to be Mega Digimon Fusion. This card is absolutely insane. We're just going to see what they had to say about it right here, then we're going to discuss it more. So it's BT5-109 Mega Digimon Fusion. For those who don't know, the card says main. The next time one of your Digimon Digivolves from level 6 to level 7 this turn, reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 6. At the end of the turn, return the Digimon that Digivolved with this effect to the bottom of its owner's deck. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon, and securities add this card to hand. It's a white option card, cost 0. So we're going to read up on the quick summary. It says, BG7-112 Susanamon is a level 7 Digimon that can Digivolve from a tamer, allowing you to use this card to Digivolve for free without the need for a level 6 Digimon. Speeding up the metagame and restricting viable decks in the format. As such, we've decided to ban this card. Many games end in the early or mid game simply by using this card to Digivolve into a finisher, so we believe simply restricting this card will not be enough to fix the issue. For this reason, we're choosing to ban this card instead of restricting it. Good call. We do not have the BT7 in the North America yet, but looking at Japanese format decks, this card was absolutely disgusting. So that's able to take care of the Susanamon problem. I did see some people who were discussing. They said that you could have just got an errata on Susanamon, where he couldn't evolve, or not that he couldn't evolve on top of a tamer, but the fact that the tamers he evolves onto is treated as a level 6, and I don't know, maybe could have got some kind of errata for Susanamon or Mega Digimon Fusion, where the 2 of them couldn't work together. But now competitive decks such as Lilithmon Loop that relied on this card for their win condition are no longer viable. I'm sure there's still going to be some Lilith Loop enthusiasts out there who are going to try their best to play the deck without Mega Digimon Fusion. The deck definitely helps speed up that deck. The whole combo into Zwart. Bring back 2 champions, not champions, bring back 2 ultimates, and then evolve those into Lilithmon, and then repeat. That is no longer a viable deck strategy. But this card was very unhealthy for the game environment. Previously, the only Forbidden Limited list we had included 2 cards. One was Hidden Potential Discovered, and this is basically the same card as Hidden Potential, but it has a higher ceiling than Hidden Potential did. So it's going to be our first banned card of the Digimon card game. It's going to be the Mega Digimon Fusion. So moving right along, effective on February 25th, 2022. I believe that is the same date. Yep. Restricted cards to 1. Decks can only include 1 copy of these cards. Even if the illustrations are different, you can only have 1 card in your deck if it has the same card number. So if you do get alternate art versions of these cards, you can still only include 1 because it does share the same card number. So at first we got Reinforcing Memory Boost. This card is absolutely insane for any players who have played against not just yellow but security control. This is such a strong card. It's a 6-cost yellow option. It says main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, place one of them on top of your security stack face down and the remaining cards to your hand, then place this card in your battle area. Then it has the delay effect to trash it to gain 3 memory. Really being able to go +1 off this card, being able to add any card from the top 2 cards of your deck to your hand is incredible. Because it's not specific. It doesn't have to be a yellow card. It doesn't have to be an option card. It's any card. And then placing the other one on top of your security. So let's say you reveal 2 cards. You hit Zwart Defeat. And then like a Holy Dramon. Or a Magna Angemon. You know, just additional recovery cards. So you can put that Zwart Defeat on top. Add the Magna Dramon in the hand. So following turns you can get additional recovery. You'll get a free Digimon off the Zwart Defeat. This is such a strong card. So... let's see what they had to say about it. Said this card provided considerably more powerful than other memory boost cards and exceeded our power level estimations when using specialized decks such as non-yellow multicolor control decks and D-Reaper decks. We believe the card is too generally powerful to be left unchecked and have decided to restrict it to 1 copy per deck. They did mention the D-Reapers right here. That is a feature deck coming out in the EX02 expansion. It's another side set. We haven't even got EX1 here in North America officially releasing. They're talking about EX2 over here in sets. So it does talk about non-yellow multicolor control decks, security control, like we did mention, and D-Reaper decks being able to gain additional resources for both of those decks. It's a really strong card. Yeah, I feel like at 1, because like it's a broken card, but like I don't think it's like completely ban worthy like Mega Digimon Fusion was. So like at 1 is, I feel like, just fine for this deck. You know, it's a strong card, but restricting it to 1, you know, it's fine. Moving on, we do have Icemon. Everybody has been wanting this card banned or limited since its announcement. So for those who don't know, Icemon is a 1-cost blue option. Its main, all your opponent's Digimon gain when attacking lose 2 memory until the end of their turn. Security effect is gain 2 memory. It's out of EX1. So the reason why this card is so extraordinarily strong, it lets you win games you shouldn't win otherwise. Let's say your opponent's in a really good position. They have 5 Digimon on the field. You only have 1 security left. You play Icewall to choke them at 1, then all their Digimon gain when attacking and lose 2 memory. So by the time they attack with their first Digimon, they're going to lose 2 memory, pass it back to your side of the field, and they weren't able to attack you for game and defeat you with their remaining 4 Digimon. And so then you could, if you're playing Gabumon, for example, promote your Gabumon, gain the additional memory and draw a card from your mat. Then you can go into your own bond and swing for game. You only did that because Iceball is a really good stall card, and it lets you win games you shouldn't win otherwise. I've been testing a lot of Gabumon Bond of Friendship lately. Gets my good friend Donkey Nong. If you guys don't already know, subscribe to him. You know, he's a great content creator. And he plays security control, and there have been games where I'll play Icewall for like several turns in a row, and he's like, man, I should have won 5, 6, 7 turns ago. But between stall cards within Gabumon Bond Friendship, such as Icewall and Howling Memory Boost, I was able to prolong the games until I could either win or I just stalled them out for additional turns. But this card is absolutely insane. So we're going to check what Bandai had to say about it. It says, though performing as intended as a defensive card, using it every turn results in a locked situation that negatively impacts the speed of games. The resulting unenjoyable play patterns outweigh the benefits of the card's effect, so we decided to restrict it to 1 copy per deck. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You're able to stall games, you're able to win games you shouldn't otherwise win, and it's good that they were able to recognize that this is a problematic card. Once again, these do take place on February 25th, 2022, so that is going to be after all of the English Nationals, so you can still play both Reinforcing Memory Boost and Icewall at Nationals this upcoming. So effective on April 2022 at the time of BT8 pre-release, is restricted to 1 card. Decks can only include 1 copy of these cards. Even if the illustrations are different, you can only include, once again, if you do get alternate art cards. So we do have Savior Huckmon. Savior Huckmon is arguably the best card within the Jesmon deck. You know, Jesmon itself, really good card, but he isn't nearly as powerful as Savior Huckmon. Once again, Savior Huckmon is a level 5 red Digimon, and his main effect is when digivolving, you may play 1 Digimon card with Sistermon in its name from your hand without paying its memory cost. That part's good, but like that's not like the main issue with him. Being able to get more sister mons on the field is definitely really good. But most Jesmon players really just evolve all the way up into Jesmon within the raising area, so that way their Digimon is in threat being destroyed by your opponent's card effects or by their Digimon. But the key problem with Saber Hookmon is inheritable. It's when attacking once per turn. If you have a Digimon with Sistermon in its name in play, unsuspend this Digimon. That is a really good effect, and the reason it is really strong is because Jesmon will have 2, 3, 4 checks with a single swing. You'll have the starter deck Greymons in here will give them security attack +1, and then if you also have 1 or even 2 copies of Tai Kamiya outside of BT1, that gives your Digimon an additional security check if it has 4 or more evolution sources under it. So your Jesmon will being able to swing for security attack +2, and being able to restand itself with the inheritable of the Saber Hookmon, just swing additional times. He also gains piercing from his own effect, being able to play more sister mons, and in combination with cards like A Delicate Plan, he's able to get really high DP, sometimes 17, 18, 19,000 DP, swinging for all these huge checks, and your opponent's option cards aren't able to check. So with Saber Hookmon, he can do that twice. So you can check for 3+ security checks. Your opponent's card effects aren't activating because of A Delicate Plan. You're being restood by the inheritable of Saber Hookmon. Swing again for the last additional checks. If you do have any other Digimon on the field, they can swing for game. Or you can evolve your Jesmon into the BT5 Blitz Omnimon to go for game. Saber Hookmon is definitely a really strong card within the Jesmon deck. So, decks that use this card with BT6016 Jesmon have dominated the metagame for longer than anticipated, greatly limiting viable decks in red. For this reason, we decided to restrict this card to 1 copy per deck. Once again, that's exactly what I was talking about. This card's really strong. Jesmon will still be playable, it just won't be as strong moving forward. Maybe with the limit of Saber Hookmon, Jesmon players can work on the more consistent builds of the deck, because as we all know, it's a running gag within the Digimon community that the Jesmon deck likes to brick a lot. So this is a newer card that we won't see for a while. It's coming outside of BT7. I apologize, I thought this was outside BT8. But we got Icemon. Icemon is a level 4 purple Digimon, and it has the effect when you trash this card in your hand using one of your effects. If Icemon Scatter Mode is in your trash, you may play this card without paying its memory cost. Your turn, for each Icemon Scatter Mode in your trash, this Digimon gets +2000 DP. The reason why this card is so strong is because Icemon Scatter Mode's effect is on deletion, draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards. So Icemon Scatter Mode, you can swing your opponent's security, it will be deleted. You can trash 3 of this Icemon from your hand, and because you do have the Icemon Scatter Mode in your trash, you are able to play all 3 copies for free. Card is really strong. Purple decks moving forward in BT7 and in the future with the Mastemon, Jogger's yellow purple deck. Purple is a really strong color, and being able to go in and check this card to hopefully restrict some of those really strong play strings is really good. I'm going to get to what Bandai said about in the real quick, but we're going to see this is effective on April 22 at the time of BT8 pre-release. Okay, so we do have a date for BT8, which is going to be April 2022, which seems rather quick after we get the BT7, which is going to be in not July, but March. So the reason they're waiting then is because we do get more Jesmon support outside of BT7, and I guess they just want us to play with Saber a little bit more. We do get the new Hookmon, we do get the 2 new Sistermons, and so that way we can play with Icemon here for a little bit before he does get limited moving into the BT8 set. So using BT7-072 Icemon and BT7-069 Icemon Scatter Mode in tandem makes it easier than anticipated to cycle through your deck while playing Digimon to your battle area for free. Therefore, we decide to restrict this card to 1 copy per deck. I definitely think this card will still be played at 1 copy. It's still really good to be able to discard it, gain additional bodies on board. Really good. Full list. So these are the previous cards that we did have limited. None of them have come off. We do have the Argomon and its alternate art, the Hidden Potential Discovered. I would like to see at least Argomon come back. Hidden Potential is a really strong card still, but Argomon, I don't know, free level 5s are really good. We still have the Blossom one, but he does have the inheritable. Argomon could have come back. let's be honest. Like, hidden potential need to stay limited. Agumon could come back. All these others are good hits. I like every single one of them. Mega Digimon need to go. Limited on both Reinforced and Ice Ball. Really good. Same with the Savior Huckmon and the Icemon. We can take a look. Yeah, this is just talking about it more. So, additional cards that players and the Japanese meta want to be touched up upon were both the Korikakumon out of BT7 and the Tommy Himi out of BT7. I believe that's his name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Just let's come over here to DigimonCard.dev. Excellent website. That's where we check all our cards. So we're just going to confirm. Yeah, we got Korikakumon right here. You may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your blue tamers as if the tamer is level 3 blue Digimon for a memory cost of 2. You know, we've been seeing these hybrids a lot. You know, BT7 is full of hybrids and says, when Digivolving, if a card hybrids in its trait sword, Tommy Himi and its Digimon Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources can't attack or block until the end of their next turn. So it's a really good stun card in tandem with Howling Memory Boost and the effect of Tommy as well. So we're going to take a look at Tommy real quick. So Tommy Himi says, security to play this card without paying its memory cost. On play, trash to bomb 3 Digivolution cards on one of your opponent's Digimon. It has the inheritable effect of when attacking once per turn. One of your opponent's Digimon without Digivolution cards cannot attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. So between Tommy and Korikakumon being able to stun 2 of your opponent's Digimon, it's really annoying. It's really impressive in combination with cards like Ice Wall. So that way you're stunning multiple of your opponent's Digimon, and the ones that can attack, they're losing 2 memory. Really strong, really annoying, and then they would have these Susanomon able to clean up for game. But now the hidden potential discovered, you know, banned, rightfully so. That deck's going to be slowed down a bit. And the last card I wanted to touch upon was the Jet Selfiemon here. It says when one of your Digimon with a Tamer card and its Digivolution cards Digivolves into this card in your hand, reduce the memory cost of Digivolution by 2. So it's a 1-2 evolve, level 5. Insane. So, get that out there. Then we got when Digivolving. If a card with hybrid in its trait is in this Digimon's Digivolution sources, recovery +1. So it's a 1 to evolve level 5. If you evolve in top of one of your hybrids, you get recovery +1. Card is absolutely insane. So that being said, that is going to be our in-depth look and discussion with the new Forbidden and Limited list when inside the Digimon card game. Once again, I am Noah from the Digi Bros. If you guys are looking forward to more Digimon content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've been practicing a ton for the upcoming nationals. Can't wait to play. It's gonna be a really good time. So these effects are gonna take place after that. Cool. So I can get my practice in, use the cards that are on this list as needed, like Ice Wall and Savior Huckmon, depending on which deck I do decide to play. It's probably gonna be Agumon. That being said, we will catch you guys later.